What is up, goalkeepers? Today we'll be talking about what to look for in your first pair of basic goalkeeping gloves. The two pair of basic goalkeeping gloves that I have in my inventory are my Nike GK Classics as well as my Adidas Predator Finger Safe Replicas. As with all other kinds of goalkeeping gloves, when you're buying a basic pair of goalkeeping gloves, there are four main things that you should look out for. The first thing is comfort, the next thing would be the fit, the third would be the grip, and the fourth would be the durability. When I'm talking about comfort, the first thing that I look forward to is a loose-fitting, airy kind of goalkeeping gloves. And the first glove that comes to mind will be my Nike GK Classics, because there are ventilation holes at the sides, and that makes the glove very airy and very comfortable to use. The next thing that you see on the Nike GK Classics is that there's a tri-varial wrist strap, and this allows for a very loose kind of fit, but at the same time it provides a very secure fit, so it gives you a adequate amount of ventilation, but yet at the same time gives you the right kind of fit and grip that you need around your wrist so that the glove doesn't move around that much. As you can see on the Nike GK Classics, there's a very flat boxy cut, and this generally means that there will be a little bit more space as compared to the negative cuts or the roll finger cuts. As you can see on the Adidas Predator Finger Safe Replicas, there's also a very boxy, very airy kind of spacey kind of cut. So there's a lot of space, the fit and comfort is really just very great. Now on to grip and durability. Generally speaking, when you are looking at gloves, durability and grip are two things that conflict one another. If you're going to have a very grippy pair of gloves, they are generally not that durable. But if you're going to have a pair of gloves that use not so grippy kind of latex, they are generally going to be much more durable as compared to those gloves that are really grippy. A great example of this would be my Nike GK Classics and my Adidas Predator Finger Safe Replicas as compared to my Adidas Predator Zone Pros. Even though I have used both my training gloves for many months, you can see that the latex still holds on pretty well. There's not much chipping of the latex. However, on the Adidas Predator Zone Pros, even though I use them for only matches, you can see that the palm has a bit of chipping of the latex, and the orange catching zone with Nova latex kind of has peeled off a little bit, and you can see that the latex has chipped off quite a little bit as well. So this is a prime example of gloves, very grippy gloves, kind of chipping off the latex, having not so durable latex. But those gloves which aren't really that grippy, those training gloves, those beginner goalkeeper gloves, generally have much more durable latex. That's provided if you do not palm the ground that much. So generally speaking, as a basic goalkeeper, a beginner goalkeeper, what you look out for is more on the grip and durability wise. You wouldn't really go for comfort and fit that much, because most of your gloves will be used for more like training or practices or kickabouts. Slowly as you progress further and become a great goalkeeper, you want to look for gloves that have more grip and lesser durability, because you have specific match gloves as well as training gloves. So as a beginner goalkeeper, I would highly recommend that you get a pair of gloves that are really very cheap, yet at the same time have very high durability. The average cost of these gloves that you are getting will probably be around $20 to $30. You shouldn't spend anything more than that, because the gloves that you're going to get are probably going to be thrown away in a month or two because of all the palming of the ground and the chipping of the latex. Many goalkeepers have also been asking me about the Adidas Predator training gloves, and what do I feel about them? Are they a good pair of gloves? Well, generally speaking, they are kind of the same as the Adidas Predator Finger Safe Replicas, and one common problem that I find in these Adidas training gloves is the stitching around the flat cut. As you can see in my videos, and even in this current video, you can see that the fingers have a little bit of holes there. That means the stitching isn't really that great, and that's a huge concern for me, because I spent quite a little bit on the Adidas Predator Finger Safe Replicas, and yet the stitching still came off even though I just used them for just about 1 month or 2 months or so. Many goalkeepers also ask me if they should get finger safe gloves, and if finger safes really work on their gloves. Well, in my personal opinion, using finger safes aren't that great, because it prevents you from training up your finger strength, and eventually you're going to have to lose the finger safes and rely purely on your finger strength to save balls, because most of the higher end gloves such as the Adidas Predator Zone Pros do not have finger safes in them, and therefore you rely more on your finger strength rather than the finger safes. Just a quick look at most of the best goalkeepers in the world, like Joe Hart or Casillas or De Gea. You can realize that they do not use finger safe gloves, and that's a common trend with all of the top goalkeepers in the world. So generally speaking, not using finger safes would be much better for you in the long run as you train up your finger strength to save balls and replicate the actual movement of your hands when your hands are inside of the gloves. In my opinion, finger safe gloves are great if you are just wanting to find a pair of gloves that support your fingers during injuries or when you're recovering from an injury. But however, it's not good in the long run because you really want to train up your hand to prevent those injuries and to replicate the actual movements that you're going to do during a match. So all in all, the things that you should look out for in a basic pair of goalkeeping gloves would be quite a comfortable fit. Make sure that it's quite airy as well. The next thing you look for is not really that much of grip, but more on durability. Make sure that the gloves are very durable and the latex is very durable. It can take a beating. It can take you palming the ground. It can last even though you palm the ground a lot to get up, or when you're diving and you skid along the floor, your gloves, the palm of your gloves also skid along the floor. Make sure that the gloves can actually take these kind of beatings and won't chip off that easily. Hey goalkeepers, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that it did inform you and educate you a little bit better about getting a new pair of basic goalkeeping gloves. If you like it, do remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys again next time. See you again, goalkeepers.